Hey, Craig here. I've decided to vocalize via the blog to you today instead of just the typewritten word. Of course, writing has a very powerful impact, and its role is very specific. And then we have the spoken word, which is an opportunity to perhaps offer some inflection and some other feeling that you might not be able to get in the written word. And it's all apropos because the next episode of Neotropolis is about languages of expression. And there's so many different ways that we can express ourselves verbally, but there are even older modes of expression that emote and inspire and express and build trust. And so in thinking about this next episode, the big idea business is an interesting one. The notion of coming up with something brilliant in a 2-minute segment, real-time live, I guess it's possible, but usually it's a noodling and a sort of a kneading of dough over multiple days, thinking of a concept and sort of letting life bring insight to you and associations through those encounters. And so this particular time is no different. It was suggested that maybe music could be one discussion point for expression, and so I was thinking about that, and it turns out serendipitously a friend of mine who's an illustrator, his name's Ralph, he sends this video of him creating an illustration of a two hands on a keyboard playing the piano while you listen to this beautiful piano music, and I thought that was pretty doggone creative. And then lo and behold, I stroll into this sort of sleepy coffee shop, almost like in a movie, bells on the door, ding ding ding, you walk in and there's nobody there, I thought. And then in the corner, I see this gentle, quiet young man who I just was gravitated toward. He seemed so nice, not because of what he said, but because of what he played. He was playing the guitar, and I realized that I had a sense for him before he and I spoke a word together, and then ultimately we did talk for a couple minutes, and I share that with you. If you continue to listen, you'll hear our little chat. But it dawns on me that co-creation of great ideas happen when you're patient and noodle things over time. And so I invite you, by the way, that as you tune into or we engage in some way, by all means, if you have a crazy idea or a thought or something you think could change the world, I'd love to hear it. Because the best ideas ever have always been the ones that sounded crazy at first. And so if something's itching to get out and you want to share it, who knows? It might end up being what's the big idea in one of the Neotropolis episodes or featured in our blog, or who knows? At minimum, we'd get a chance to meet and talk about a great idea. So if that interests you at all, don't hesitate always to reach out via cat-strat.com, and you can find ways to comment on the blog and or send an email. Love to hear from you. Okay, here's my quick little chat with Pat, and thank you for tuning in. Okay. I'm here with Pat. I'm at, where am I? The Karma Coffee. And Pat was just playing these great, these vibes on acoustic guitar as I was thinking about what is special about music when one thinks about language of expression. So Pat, you had some thoughts about, music, what it brings to you, and you said sort of when you're down, maybe you might go to your guitar to help you. Tell me a bit more about that.
Definitely. As I get older, and I realize that I'm not the youthful guy I used to be. I need a crutch in my life, and I find myself kind of using the guitar as a crutch, to get me through, any struggles that I'm having. And
so it's therapeutic, you could say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I identify with that when I play piano. I mean, if someone was to officially grade how I play, it's probably pretty bad. But it feels good to me.
Exactly.
How would you describe the music you play on your guitar?
I would have to say that I hate to be too mainstream. I'm always looking for kind of like a fusion kind of sound, something that's more unique than the standards, tradition stuff.
Okay, so you create, you improvise?
I improvise, and I'm influenced a lot by like the Grateful Dead, for instance. There's a lot of bands out there I definitely feed off of.
Do you think, so what I hear you saying is that music helps you connect with yourself?
Definitely.
I know I can identify with that. How do you think music might help us connect with one another? Does it break down barriers? Is there something special that maybe music can do that words can't?
Yeah, I would have to say on a cultural issue, you know, like if there was racism and a black man started playing a guitar to me, he could definitely communicate through his guitar and make me, you know, see him eye to eye rather than, you know,
Judgments that we all
yeah,
have.
or words, you know, that words don't really connect with me more than sound. So I just think it's a great, you know, bridge
Right,
between
got it.
cultures and all.
No pun intended, right? Us musicians know what a bridge is. Well, at least I know how to say it. I'm not
Yeah.
quite sure what it is, honestly. All right, thanks, Pat. I appreciate your impromptu chat with me today.
I think so.
Okay, thanks.
We just walked out. Sorry.
No problem.
He might be here later today, but
Okay, thanks.
no problem.
Well, sometimes things are meant to be, and sometimes maybe they're not, or just yet. I came back to get a sampling of Pat's music, strumming along, and I thought, how could I do a blog post on someone's music without their music? And ran around the corner, went back in, and he was gone. So this mysterious, very friendly young gent we'll catch next time. I'm Craig James. Thanks a lot.